Welcome back. We are running the crash test in part 2. This is the crash test that we imported the last time. You can see that at the moment all the crashes are 0. For this first test, we are going to do a hard crash of tolerance 1 mm. We will be using to check for crashes between surfaces. Let's run the crash. In the results, we see one heart-to-heart crash between the pipe and the steer in our model. Let's do a second test. This time we use a clearance type and the tolerance remains at 1 mm. The difference between heart and clearance is that the system will now check for anything that's within 1 mm from each other. You can see the increase in the number of crashes in the crash list. The crash test now takes into consideration pipes which are resting on the steer section. If you notice, our earlier crash from the earlier test is now set to resolve as this is being superseded by the crash with the new settings. Next, we take a look at a new crash test for pipes-to-pipe crashes and the use of rules. We run the crash test using hard crashes with a small tolerance. You can see a few crashes, mainly crashes between adjacent components, has been highlighted. Now, let's set rules to avoid the crashes between adjacent components. Let's set some rules. I've selected some default rules. To avoid the detection of adjacent component, we selected that there is no test of 4 items in the same group. And for the connection crash, items with coincident snap points is selected. Due to changes in the settings, you can see a warning triangle in the crash test. Let's run the crash again. You see all the crashes is now set to resolve. Resolve is triggered due to changes in the design and the crash test configuration.